Here it comes. On a hook. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with that one. So this is just gonna be a real fast video. I debated whether or not to do this video, because as much as I like Corvettes, there's some really stupid things about them sometimes. This one, the problem that we have is you go to start it and sometimes it comes on, instead of saying odometer and door ajar or tire pressure or whatever else, it says pull key, wait 10 seconds, and then it'll say steering column lock service or something like that. And what happens is you go to put it in first gear, and as soon as you get 1.5 miles an hour, it would stall. Of course, it's working now because I've been working with it. But the problem is the steering lock or steering column lock issue on these. And we did it with an electronic one, and the electronic one is located up inside of, let's see if I can get it to where you can see. It's behind this telescopic switch here. But basically, when you put the thing in and out, you'll hear, when I pull the key, you'll hear something in there. That noise right there, that beep. When you turn the key to the on position, you'll hear it go beep. Hear that beep? So that's the electronic lock, and that should have been disabled. What's funny is, key is out of the vehicle, and you can turn the steering wheel all day long, either direction, doesn't matter. This one will not lock because of one of the recalls has already been done. That electronic lock, what the concern was, and the reason why it cuts out at 1.5 miles an hour is they're concerned if that lock ever fails and that spring-loaded button goes and locks into the plate that's at the base of the steering wheel, what will happen is your steering wheel will lock up, and you won't be able to steer, and you'll crash into something and they'll get sued. So there was a recall performed where you take off the steering wheel, you take off the ring, you take all these things off, and then that little lock plate with the little holes all the way around, that the little button sticks out that's underneath it here, that goes beep, beep. They removed that and put in a different plate, and that was that one recall. It was recall, I want to say it was from memory, so I'm probably going to get it wrong, but it was 04006. And then, you know, they did a B and a C and all that kind of stuff. So in subsequent times, so there's no way to lock the steering column. It's just retarded, especially on something like this, because it being a manual transmission, you can steer it, you can winch it onto a trailer, put it on a freighter, send it to Mexico, whatever. Don't get any ideas, it's just wrong. But the point is, the wires that go to it are these down here. There's a purple, a green, a black, and an orange wire. And so this is the column lock. I've labeled it because this is going to go get another recall service done for free. But anyway, so basically there's an inline relay. They call it a relay. It's a little electronic box, and it's usually, the way to do it, you're supposed to zip tie it to that little piece here. But when you look inside, you can see you've got some resistors and things in there. And you look at the end of the plugs, and they can plug into each other because it's just an inline Y that goes in between right here for the column lock. So with this plugged in now, the backup light switch went out and blew a fuse and took this out. And you can't just get another one. This is the part number on it, and I gave it to them, and that's no longer valid. There's a new one. But anyway, so I've got it set up like this, and ultimately what will happen is the body control module is programmed to cooperate with this instead of with this, or whatever the case may be. So this will work for so long, and then you'll get that message, and then you put this in, and then it'll work for a little while, and then you unplug it, and then nothing will work. So that's why everything's taken apart, so that that can be accomplished. But anyway, what a pain. As far as anti-theft goes, it's just, you've got that stupid pass lock thing, the 4.1 volts or whatever on the key. See, this is a 99, so it's just got the pass lock system, little RFID. But anyway, it's just frustrating because you go into the body control computer, and it says everything's fine, and then it's not fine, and then you'll have a message, an active message saying that there's a problem with the steering column lock, and there's no codes, there's nothing to clear. It just like, it's just retarded. Anyway, I love these cars. They're a lot of fun, American made. They're not the best sports car in the world, but they're affordable and they're fun, and they're awesome, and girls just love them. But just quirky things, like quirky gas tank problems, you know, I don't want to bag on them. I think they're still worth owning, but there's a lot of things that just, their electronics just aren't sound. That's what I'm gonna say. So if I lived in Iceland or something, I don't think I would import one, because you gotta have dealership support on these.